Hey, what's up? It's your guy Cam. I'm here to talk about some real estate. I hope somebody learned something about real estate. I hope you get interested in real estate. I hope you start investing in real estate. And I hope that I can show you some paths just to open up your mindset, provoke some thought on real estate and why it's one of the best asset class to invest in. So again, like, comment, subscribe, don't like, unlike, whatever comments. It's all appreciated. And if I have any things that are inaccurate, please make any comments as you feel. All right, so we'll jump right into it for today. So today is going to talk about the different asset class, the main ones that people associate with passive income. All right, so we have three. We have real estate, stocks, and our latest trend is cryptocurrency. I just want you to look real quick to see which ones actually bring in good cash flow, which ones have the best potential to create this trend of generational wealth. So just get right into it. So we have real estate, the stocks, and your crypto, okay? So out of these three, we're going to start with the first. We're going to go through these different brackets. I have bank finance, tax bracket, monthly cash flow, equity, help people. Then I have a scenario here with $50,000. And actually, yeah, I'll do 50,000. So, bank finance. And bank finances is basically when you go to a bank and ask them, hey, I need a loan on this asset or whatever. Out of real estate, stocks, and crypto, which one do you think that the bank will more easily finance? Do you think it's the real estate, the stocks, or the crypto? So let me give you a scenario. Do you think if you need to go buy a property, will the bank finance it? We're going to go ahead and just check that off. Yes. Let's say you go to Wells Fargo and you say, hey, I would like, or Bank of America, whatever bank, First National Bank, the Regions Bank, Army Aviation, the credit unions, any of them, and ask them, hey, I would like to borrow some money to invest in your stock. The bank will never, ever, you have zero chances of the bank allowing you to borrow money to invest in their stock. Why? Because the stock market goes up and down. It's never steady. It's nothing real that you can actually and physically can touch. And it hasn't been proven to increase over time as real estate has. It's nothing that is tangible that you can actually touch. Now with real estate, I can go and touch a building. If I buy a piece of vacant land, I can go and touch that grass, or build commercial building, I can go and touch that building. It is something that is actually real. So yes, you got one advantage here. The bank will finance most properties on real estate. Specifically on my channel, we're going to be talking about rental properties. So, of course, if you have a rental property, the bank will 99.9% of the time finance it. Sometimes you might have to go to different types of banks to get that financing, or some banks do not like investing in real estate. So, but you just go to your bank. Now, there aren't any banks that's going to invest in stocks, give you money to invest in stocks. Same thing with cryptocurrency. You cannot go to the bank and say, hey, let me borrow $20,000 to put into crypto. Won't happen. Next, tax breaks. What I mean by this, let's say I have a property that is $100,000 and I go and sell it for $200,000. Okay. So then you'll have $100,000 profit. And there's something that's called capital gains, and you will have to pay that capital gains, right? However, there's something that's called a 1031 exchange where you can actually take that profit, put it into a 1031 exchange, which is basically a third party company that will hold that money until you identify another property that you want to buy, and you end up paying zero taxes on that profit. Or actually just defer. You can just keep on deferring it forever. Once you become an investor, you understand the game of deferment, okay? So boom. So yes, you have a tax break with real estate. One, if you sell it, you can defer your capital gains. Another way, I'm gonna give it another check mark, is that you can actually put money into that property to offset your taxes. So let's say at the end of the year, you're about to have a $5,000 tax bill, or $10,000, 20, whatever your number is. You can actually go and put that money into your property instead of giving it to the instead of giving it to the IRS at the end of the year. You can go and reinvest that money back into your property with zero tax liability, because the IRS is looking at, okay, this individual or company is reinvesting into their business. In real estate, is one of the top classes. I mean, if you have your own business and you're doing hair or an attorney or whatever other legal business that you might have, you can do it like that also. But we're going to keep it with the real estate, stocks, and the crypto. You get a tax break if you sell your stocks. No, okay? There is no third-party vendor that you can, once you sell your stocks, you have to pay capital gain. With stocks, I mean, it depends on your tax bracket of the amount, but normally, traditionally, it's about 25 to 30%. Some of them 40% that you have to pay taxes on the capital gain. So if you put $20,000 in the stock, and let's just say next year it goes up $10,000. Okay, and you want to cash in on those 10,000, or cash in on the 10,000, you will have to pay capital. You will have to pay capital gains, and just on that $10,000, the bank is going to want 30%. So 30% of that $10,000, you're basically only going to be getting back $7,000, not the 10. With real estate, if I sell if I make $100,000 profit, I'm going to get that whole $100,000 back. Okay. Crypto is still being regulated, trying to figure out what's going on. But there is a capital gains with crypto, and there's no tax breaks with crypto at all. You can't go and same thing with stock. You make some money, then you put some more money back into the stock and the crypto or something like that and get a tax break. You can't do it like how you do real estate. Monthly cash flow. What I mean by this, every single month, do you have a drip of money coming in? Real estate, of course. You have rental properties, you're getting, 500. Some people getting, $100,000 a month. As long as you keep that property up, have a tenant in there, do your job as a landlord, you will always have monthly cash flow every time. Stocks, I'm going to give it a check because there are some stocks that pay dividends, but you have to, let's just role play it. There's a company, Sunoco, which is a gas company. They pay like 9% dividends, but you got to put, your hard work money into that stock for it to build up to actually be having some type of passive income. So I'm going to give it a check because you can receive dividends, and you also do have stock splits and everything. Those occur, and it's best to reinvest your splits and your dividends really too. But you can receive just a little drip, and of course we know crypto. I put a check. Crypto, you definitely cannot receive any monthly cash flow. All right, on to the next. Equity. Can you receive equity in a property? Of course you can. You buy a property for $100,000. Okay, well, let's just say you get a property that's a real good. Let's say you get one on the deal. Let's say you get a property for $100,000. Okay, and you go in, you fix it up, you rehab it, and more than likely, if you buy a $100,000 property, you go in and you spend $40,000 into the property. Now you win $140,000. That property, I'm pretty sure you can go in, and if you're getting $100,000 property and you putting in putting in $40,000 in, now you all in $140,000. You can actually increase that equity to a $200,000 property. Now you have $60,000 in equity. You can create equity, or you can allow the market to create the equity for you by means of, if properties in the neighborhood, in the surrounding area, sell for a higher value than what you bought your property for. I go more in detail about that, but of course we all know, yes, it's always equity And over time, values of properties always go up. I have a family member who bought a home in Florida, and they bought their home in Florida in 1983. They purchased their property for $50,000. This is an actual, I'm not making this one up. Today, this property is in Florida, in St. Petersburg. This will give away who my family member is. Bought a property, and today, you can go in and put in the address right now. Bought the property for $50,000 in 83. Okay, today value of the property, now the property just sold for $450,000. So if you wait just a little while, okay, that's $400,000 that has been created just because something that we have that's called inflation. Now we're in something that's called hyperinflation. Everything goes up like by double, okay? Equity in stocks, of course, yes. Oh, well, give me a check here. In stocks, yes, you can have equity in stocks if the stock go up. If the stock go up, that's a big if. You never know. With real estate, you can force the appreciation, the value of the property by updating the property, the windows, the flooring, the HVAC system, painting it, the yard work, outside. You can do that stuff. Stocks, you got to wait on the board member. You don't know who or what, if they're going to make good decisions for that company to increase the value of their property. Cryptocurrency. I'm going to give them all a check here, okay? Crypto, yes. Can you create equity? Yes, you can create if the crypto goes up. However, I think now it has decreased a lot. I haven't looked, well, not I haven't, I just cannot remember right now the actual values that it has dropped. Real quick, next on to the next thing. Helping people. Can real estate help people? As an investor, of course. Because I'm providing a service. I'm putting a roof over somebody's head. I'm giving them a stove, washer, dryer, lawn service. You know, am I helping somebody? Yes, because everybody needs a roof over their head, okay? Stocks. Can you help somebody by having stocks? No. What about crypto? No. You can try to, I don't care however you want to try to word this. If you want to say, yes, I'm putting money into a company and that money is helping the company grow, and it no. You're only helping Wall Street whenever you put the money into the stock. Your money that you put in the stock is going straight to the pockets of Wall Street guys, okay? And if you don't have more than $100,000+ in the stock, it's really not, but you get weight over time. Crypto, of course not. I have a scenario. $50,000. If I give you $50,000 and put it into real estate, do you know how much this $50,000 would return you? Let's do the math. Let's say you have $50,000. Most banks, if you're going to do a business loan, most banks are going to want 15 to 20% down. Let's go 20%. So if we put $50,000 down, which is 20% of something for $50,000, $50,000 return you about $250,000 in controlling power. If you have $50,000 and we're talking about rental properties, you can take this $50,000 and it'll turn it into $250,000 later. You can buy a property for $250,000. So let's just reverse engineer it. You buy something for $250,000. Say you buy, a duplex or something. The bank is going to want 20% down. If you have $50,000, okay, cash, it will give you a $250,000 buying power. Okay, control. It's that simple. And you buy something for $250,000 and it's going to create cash flow, tax break. The bank is going to finance it. You're going to have some equity and you're going to be helping people, okay? Now, if you put $50,000 into the stock market, the next day, guess how much money you're going to have if you put that same $50,000 into a stock. I don't care if you put it in Apple. I don't care who. Apple, Amazon, Ford, GMC, whoever you want to pick. The next day, you're going to have $49,000. You have broker fees and all that, okay? They're going to get their cut off real. So you done lost $1,000 already. Crypto. If you put $50,000 in crypto, guess how much you're going to have the next day? It's a potential. Let's just go on the safe side. You're going to have $50,000 unless it just goes down. Or it could go up. You just don't know. It's like a roller coaster. I can't sleep like that. So look at it. With real estate, you will jump that number up to $250,000. Stocks, you $49,000. Crypto, it's a potential the next day you might have $50,000. And it could go down and it could go up. This is something that's uncertain and you don't even know where it's going to be. And even with this crypto and the stocks, the security of either one of them isn't that good. I mean, there are so many reports where crypto, some of them are being completely wiped out. People are hacking into them and wiping them out. And guess what? There is no insurance with crypto. There's no insurance with stock. Now, if a storm comes and knock your property down, you have insurance. Okay, you're protected. So real estate, you get bank financing from it, so you can double and triple, quadruple your money overnight. You get tax breaks, double checks. You're definitely gonna have cash flow as long as it's a rental property. You're going to increase equity, or it will have equity. You are helping people, and this is a numbers game. It's a doubles game. Okay. Well, actually, this is 4 times your money. Okay, you're getting 4 times your money. It's really that simple.